The eternal teachings tested over times, inspired millions, teachings of Gita will continue to be invaluable. With hope that it would help us guide, inspire, not only today, but also in times to come. With a hope that the future generation, torch bearers who are here with us, will take it forward with a steady mind, faith, and love in their hearts. I, Rikita Swaroop, your host for today, welcome you all. Pranams, our esteemed guests, dear parents, dear students, thank you for joining us from around the globe for this celebration with our dear kids. I would now like to welcome Ananya. Good morning, Ananya.
Good morning.
So how have you been doing?
I am good.
Would you like to tell us something about yourself, Ananya?
Yeah, sure. Namaste, everyone. I am Ananya from Chennai and I am currently in 8th grade and studying in Lalaji Memorial Omega International School, which is one of Heartfulness schools. Also, I am learning music and attending Gitopadesh program from May. I would like to welcome everyone here with a song, if that's okay.
Absolutely. Please go ahead.
Sure. I am here to sing a bhajan on Lord Krishna. Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Vrindavana Chanda, Davana Chanda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Nanda Kumara Navanita Chora Radhe Govinda, Nanda Kumara Navanita Chora Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Vrindavana Chanda, Davana Chanda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Yashoda Bala Yadukula Tilaka Radhe Govinda, Yashoda Bala Yadukula Tilaka Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Vrindavana Chanda, Davana Chanda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Davana Chanda, Vrindavana Chanda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Anatanata Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda. Thank you.
That was so beautifully sung, Ananya. I'm just speechless listening to you. Ananya, I also would like to share with you and everybody present here that all those beautiful drawings that we just saw, these are the creations, the understanding of all the kids who are learning the invaluable learnings through their sessions of Gitopadesh. So I thought I will share with you and others too. So a great beginning with that song, and let's hear from our participants, our students here. How do they feel about today? How are they feeling about this session today? Use the chat box and let us have your feelings and your answers. And while they are just typing that, okay, a few of them have said excited, feeling great, wonderful. Would you like to add something, Ananya?
Yeah, sure, Didi. So, now let's start our session with a relaxation.
And before we call Gauri here for the relaxation, I would like our participants and students here to just keep the chat box flowing like you are doing here. Let it be an interactive session. So we will be listening from you through the chat box and we'll continue the session like this. Thank you so much. So let's call Gauri now, who is with us to take us through a brief relaxation session. Good morning, Gauri. How are you?
Great. How are you?
All well. You're looking so beautiful.
Thank you.
Ready for the session?
Yes.
Wonderful. Over to you, Gauri.
Yeah. So, namaste everyone. My name is Gauri and I am from Madhya Pradesh, India, and I currently study in grade 7. Today, I'm going to do the relaxation for all of you. So, let's start. Sit comfortably and close your eyes very softly and very gently. Let's begin with the toes. Wiggle your toes and feel them relaxed. Feel the healing energy of Mother Earth entering your toes, relaxing your ankles and feet. Feel the energy move further up your calf muscles to your knees, deeply relaxing the lower legs. Now, move your attention to your thighs. Relax your thighs. Now, deeply relax your hips, stomach, and waist. Feel the lower part of your body completely relaxed. Now, gently move your attention to your back. Relax your lower back, middle back, and upper back completely. Now, relax your chest and shoulders. Feel your shoulders simply melting away. Relax your arms, elbows, wrists, palms, right up to your fingertips. Feel both of your hands completely relaxed. Now move your awareness to the neck. Relax your neck. Relax your facial muscles, eyes, nose, mouth, earlobes, forehead, all the way to the top of your head. Feel that your whole body, from the top of your head to the tip of your toes, is now completely relaxed. Inhale and exhale. Scan your system, and if there's any part still unwell or not yet relaxed, immerse it in the healing energy of Mother Earth. Now, as you are ready, move your attention to your heart. Feel the divine light illuminating your heart. Stay there, still and quiet, and slowly become absorbed within yourself. Remain absorbed in this deep silence for as long as you want. until you feel ready to come out again. When you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gauri. I am feeling so relaxed. May we have our participants' feelings also shared in the chat box. How are you all feeling after this brief relaxation that Gauri conducted for us? Feel free to share your answers. How are you feeling now? So everybody is feeling relaxed, nice. Part says, wow, amazing. Thank you so much, Gauri. And somebody also felt divine and deep and fresh. Excellent. Wonderful experience. Gauri has a sweet voice. Gauri, somebody wrote that for you. Sattvic, happy, peaceful. So variety of feelings. And Gauri helped us all start the session in such a nice, centered, calm and peaceful way. All right. Thank you all for your generous replies in the chat box. So Ananya, what does Kanha mean to you?
Didi, I have been learning Gita in Gitopadesh course from May. So I feel Kanha or Lord Krishna is epitome of knowledge and wisdom to me. Also, the name Kanha is close to my heart for another reason too. I frequently go to a place called Kanha Shanti Vanam in Hyderabad, which is the headquarters of Heartfulness Institute. So Kanha is very close to me in both ways.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that, Ananya. Would you like to tell us a little more about Gitopadesh and Kanha Shanti Vanam that you just spoke about?
Sure. Instead, let us watch about them. Here we go.
That would be awesome.
The world we live in today is in need of spaces that offer peace, hope, inspiration, and insight. People from all over the world are creating one such place near the city of Hyderabad in India. It is a meditation center. It is a spiritual retreat. It is a major ecological conservation project. It is an institute of learning and development. It is an attempt to create a sustainable community that can be a model for future generations. It is Kanha Shanti Vanam, an oasis of peace. Prior to 2010, this entire area was largely barren, dry, and arid. At the outset, a massive plantation drive was undertaken, with special emphasis being given to endangered local species. Over the years, the green cover has steadily increased and the landscape has been transformed. The people creating Kanha Shanti Vanam are drawn together by an aspiration to lead a life guided by the heart and supported by a set of meditative practices. Training in these practices is offered for free. This approach has been called the way of the heart, the natural path, or simply heartfulness. The inauguration of a large meditation hall at the heart of Kanha Shanti Vanam will commemorate 75 years of heartfulness. Work on this meditation hall started in 2017, and a dedicated team, assisted by volunteers, has worked tirelessly to make it ready. When a large group of people meditate together, a very special atmosphere is created. Everyone is invited to experience this at the special function being held to mark the inauguration. This will take place in late January and early February 2020. There is a community dining hall that serves free meals 3 times a day, apart from a cafeteria and a restaurant. Artists from India and overseas are collaborating on many initiatives, and a pottery studio has already been established. Experts from diverse fields like medicine, architecture, management, the arts, yoga, and communication are invited to conduct workshops, projects, and seminars here. Kanha Shanti Vanam is constantly evolving. Each one of us may have something to give to and something to learn from here. All of humanity is joined at the heart. All of us aspire to peace and happiness. Yet, our lives are often driven by stress, conflict, and unsustainable habits. This campus is an attempt to provide an alternative. Kanha Shanti Vanam belongs to us all. Everyone is invited to come home to Kanha.
And dear parents, a warm welcome to all of you to Gitopadesh. This is Priyadarshini, and I am here to guide you in your learning at each and every step. Just like all of you, I am also very excited to share this journey for the next 6 months. Many of you must be knowing about Gita already. You must be learning from your parents and grandparents. And you must be learning this as a course also. And you would have joined this course to learn further. There may be many of you for whom Sanskrit and Gita are very new too. Here, I am going to facilitate you how to understand and pronounce Sanskrit shlokas of the Bhagavad Gita, and how to learn each shloka, and how you can apply them to your daily life situations. Let's travel through this course together. In this video, I'm going to share with you about the uniqueness of this course, what values you can gain, and how you can use this course as a self-help guide. So first thing, you will be learning 20 themes comprising of 120 shlokas. Once you learn the theme, you will understand how to mold your daily activities and habits in a beautiful way. Each theme is carefully articulated in a child-centric perspective. You must have had faced so many situations where it would be difficult to take decisions. Maybe you wanted to buy something and you could not decide. Maybe you wanted to start learning a new skill, but you were not able to decide. You must have taken long time to decide. Maybe you did something and you felt really bad after doing it. All these things keep happening to us, right? So in this course, you are going to learn something that is to learn the art of listening to your heart. And when your heart is your guide, decision making becomes very easy. You will be able to see how new ideas and talents emerging from within you. You will be able to fight your fears and weaknesses and easily make them your strengths. I'm really excited to start this journey with all of you. Hope you are all ready too. So, no more waiting. Fasten your seat belts and join me in this journey. Our flight is about to take off and we will explore the sky of Gita together. All the best.
So Ananya, now I can understand why Kanha is so close to your heart. So Ananya, do you know who all are there with us today?
Not really. You
All
should
right,
tell me.
I will. People from all over the globe are here with us. All your 1,500 friends who are attending Gitopadesh are here with us, either in this meeting or they are watching us live on YouTube. And the countries from which they all have joined are 20 in number. Not only have these people joined us today, but we have 3 special guests with us today. Any guesses, Ananya?
No.
All right. So let me tell you that as well. Today we have, and we are going to listen through a message from our beloved Daji. And I would like to tell everybody present here, as few may not be people of Heartfulness yet, that Daji is the global guide of Heartfulness. He has trained over 6,000 trainers who offer the Heartfulness meditation in 120 plus countries, free of any charges. We also are fortunate to have Shri Dinesh Patnaik I.F.S officer also, who would be giving a message to everybody. Would like to read a brief profile of his. Shri Dinesh Patnaik is a distinguished career diplomat of the Indian Foreign Service with experience of over 25 years in a variety of interesting and challenging assignments. He has served an Indian mission in Geneva, Dhaka, Beijing, and Vienna. He is currently Director General in Indian Council for Cultural Relations. Ambassador Patnaik ji holds a master's degree in Business and Administration MBA from the Indian Institute of Management IIM Kolkata. He also holds a master's degree in Advanced International Studies from the University of Vienna and certificate in International Studies from the Diplomatic Academy Vienna. Hearty welcome to you, sir. And our third esteemed guest with us, and we are happy that he has already joined, Mr. Susuhil Dutt Salwan. Once again, a hearty welcome on behalf of Heartfulness, sir.
Thank you so much.
Sir, pleasure is all ours, sir. Sir is Advocate, Supreme Court of India. He's practicing lawyer and is enrolled with Bar Council of Delhi since 1985. Sir is the Chairman, Salwan Education Trust, a philanthropic society running 11 schools in Delhi and NCR. He also renders advice to various educational institutions, federations, and associations. Sushil ji is member of International Institute of Human Rights Bar Association of India, INSOL, International and Delhi Bar Association. Hearty welcome to you, sir, once again. So, Ananya, would you like to take us further?
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear what Daji, Dinesh sir and Sushil sir have to share with us.
Me too. So, well, today is about Kanha, right? So now, let's know a little more about Krishna from Bansari.
You know, Didi, Bansari is going to tell us about Lord Krishna through her dance. I'm all excited. Over to you, Bansari.
Eagerly waiting for Bansari.
मधुरा पुरी सदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना इह स्वागतं कृष्ण चरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरा पुरी सदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरा पुरी सदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना इह स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरा पुरी सदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना इह स्वागतं कृष्ण कृष्ण मुष्टिकासूरचानूरमल्ल मल्लविशारद मधुसूदन मुष्टिकासूरचानूरमल्ल मल्लविशारद मधुसूदन मुष्टिकासूरचानूरमल्ल मल्लविशारद कुवलयपीठ मर्दन कलिङ्गनर्दन गोकुलरक्षण सकल सुलक्षण देवा मर्दन कलिङ्गनर्दन गोकुलरक्षण सकल सुलक्षण देवा शिष्ट जनपाल संकल्प कल्प कल्प शतकोटि समपराभव शिष्ट जनपाल संकल्प कल्प कल्प शतकोटि समपराभव वीर मुनि जन विहार मदन सुकुमार दैत्य संहार देवा वीर मुनि जन विहार मदन सुकुमार दैत्य संहार देवा मधुर मधुर रति साहस साहस ब्रज युवती जनमानस पूजित मधुर मधुर रति साहस साहस ब्रज युवती जनमानस पूजित दप गरि पगरि सदसा सरि ग पद स दप गरि पगरि सदसा सरि रि ग ग पद स दप गरि रि पगरि सदसा सरि ग रि ग प ग पद स दप गरि पगरि सदसा दप गरि पगरि सदसा दप गरि पगरि सदसा तकदरि कुकुदन किड तकदि 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 कृष्णा
That indeed was a beautiful journey into the world of Krishna through this lovely performance. Thank you so much, Bansari. And yes, in the chat box, we are getting some beautiful comments that it was a mesmerizing performance. Ananya, would you like to add something?
Yeah, sure. That was such a wonderful performance indeed. One of my friends, Shri Vardhini, is a big fan of cultural dance too. Shri, wasn't that just amazing?
Hi, Shri.
Hello, Didi. It was really delightful and I just loved it. And I'm Srivardhini from Tamil Nadu, India.
Welcome, Sridhar. I see that you're very excited about something, right? I was just listening to your chats also. Would you like to share?
Yes, after you said that Daji is going to share his message, I have been eagerly waiting for it.
All right, so I won't make you wait any longer. All those who are present here with us, would you also, or rather, are you ready to listen to Daji now? Let me know in the chat box and let me see if you are here with us. All right. So I am getting a few yes. So let's not let our participants and dear kids wait for it. Let's hear from Daji.
Namaste Ji and happy Janmashtami. The teachings from Gita are eternal and time tested. They inspire us in some fashion. Unfortunately, inspirations, however lofty, do not move us to the next step of actualizing the truth one is seeking for. We are always being told by our teachers and preachers of high rank and reputations that the best thing to arrive at is Sthita Pragya, no doubt. Also to understand that man should never consider himself to be actual doer of things. Okay. Would you be happy simply reading the menu from 5-star hotel when you're hungry? We read witnessing bhava or sthita pragya state or a balanced state or all those lofty states. How are we to arrive at them? Our observation says that mere reading or hearing of it is of no avail unless we take up the means to achieve all those states in a very practical way. We are always in the dark about those means which are necessary for the purpose. Nowhere can the slightest hint to that effect be traced out in all their discourses. The result is that those who are listening are wrongly led to this conclusion that only the frequent repetition like mantras, verses after verses, should be enough. Things like, I am not the doer, or I am Brahmam, or Brahmasmi. Is it all enough, just reciting? It is detrimental, in fact, to remain under illusion of having merely done our part of recitation. One must adopt right means to arrive at right results. Earning the fruits of our practice, like sthita pragya state of mind, or having a condition like that of a lotus leaf in a dirty pond of water that remains unaffected, or becoming a witness, or joyously embracing saranagati, or performing niskam karma or desireless state. Will recitations such as I am Brahman or I am merely a witness actually give birth to such states? Think over it. If that was so easy, then by now all reciters and listeners would have attained what Lord Krishna is hinting at in many different ways. I would like to share with you all a great revelation, a mercy of my beloved Master, Pujya Sri Babuji Maharaj. Please pay close attention. Let us visit the Mahabharata scene when the war was just about to begin. Arjun is despondent and decides not to fight. Now, consider how much time Lord Krishna could have possibly required for speaking out the total text of Gita as we find it today. The armies were standing face to face on the battlefield, and war trumpets were sounding aloud, announcing the 0 hour for that ultimate action. How much time was there at the disposal of Lord Krishna to bring Arjun back to proper course, getting him ready to fight the war by preaching sermons to him? Think over it. The recitation of 18 chapters packed with 700 slokas requires at least few hours. How could that be possible at that critical moment? Evidently, he could not have taken more than a few minutes for it. The fact is that Lord Krishna actually transmitted to Arjun within few minutes all those mental states necessary for the purpose at that very moment. Really, they were the very conditions which a spiritual seeker passes through during the course of spiritual journey. The process brought Arjuna instantly to a higher state of a feeling of spiritual consciousness and purged out the feeling of undue attachment from his heart. This can as well be possible today if a personality of that caliber is there. But as it is too commonly witnessed, people hear, they recite Gita for the whole life without taking in the least effect thereof. The essence of Gita never touches their heart. How many has so far turned around like Arjuna? In spite of hearing the Gita for years together, Lord Krishna transmitted the knowledge to Arjuna as witnessed by sage Vyasa, who transcribed the same in sloka format. This is important to understand, that whatever transpired between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, unspoken words which were transmitted, they were transcribed in sloka format later on by sage Vyasa. This heart-to-heart transmission from the heart of the Lord to Arjuna was witnessed by sage Vyasa, who carefully transcribed those emotions and conditions in slokas that became what we read today as Gita. The actually recited verses were only 7. These 7 gems were imparted to Arjuna through 7 verses. The rest were added by many sages over the passage of time, besides what sage Vyasa transcribed, the heart-to-heart conversation that was between Lord and Arjuna. Heart-to-heart dialogue was also no less important, perhaps more important than those 7 verbal communicated verses. I like to, with lot of reverence to the Lord, to my beloved Babuji Maharaj, heart flowing in gratefulness, I like to share with you all those 7 gems, the 7 verses. One of them is from chapter number 2, verses 55. That says, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parth manogatan atmani eva atmana tushta sthita pragya tada uchyate. O Parth, one who, having renounced all desires born of the mind, one who is content in the self and by the self, is said to be one whose insight is steady, sthita pragya. Chapter 2, verse 62. Dhyayata visayan punsa sangate supjayate sadgat sanjayate kama kamat krodha abhijayate. While contemplating on the pleasures of the senses, one is attracted to them. From attraction arises desire, and from desire arises anger. Next one also from the same chapter, verse 63. Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhrama. Smriti ansad buddhinasha, buddhinasat pranashyati. Anger leads to confusion or delusion of mind, which results in loss of memory. When the memory is lost, the intellect is lost, destroyed, and ruin of intellect leads man to destruction. Next verse also from the same chapter, 64 in number. Raga dvesha viyukteha tu visayan indriye charan atmavashya videyatma prasadam adhigacchati. But one who controls the mind and is free from likes and dislikes, raga and dvesha, even while using the objects of the senses, attains the grace of God. Same chapter number 2, sloka 66. Nasti buddhihi ayuktasya, nacha ayuktasya bhavana, nacha abhavayatah santi asantasya kutah sukham. There is no wisdom for a man without harmony, and without harmony, there is no contemplation. Without contemplation, there cannot be peace. How can there be happiness for one lacking peace of mind? Chapter number 3, verse 35. Shreyan swadharmaha vigunaha pardharmat su anistitat swadharme nidanam shreya pardharma vayavaha. Better is one's own duty, though devoid of merit, than the duty of another well discharged. Better is death and one's own duty. The duty of another is fraught with fear. In short, Babuji would have said, mind your own business. Chapter 3, verse number 4. Na karmaram anarambhat niskarmyam purusha asnute na cha sanyasanat eva siddhim sam adhikachati. Not by refraining from action does man secures freedom from action. Let me repeat. Not by refraining from action does a man secures freedom from action, nor does he secure ultimate perfection by mere renunciation that he may secure. Well, those are the 7 gems. Later on, towards the end of the day of the first day of the war, cajoling Arjun, Lord reveals 3 more secrets, personal secrets to Arjun. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyam. That is from Adhyay 4, verse number 7. The next sloka also. Paritranaya sadhanam vinasaya cha duskritam. dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. And very important one, chapter 18, verse number 66. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam saranam raja aham tva sarva papebhya mokshayishyami masucha. So, all the best, my dear friends, and celebrate this Janmashtami with gusto, with joy, with fervor. See if some of you can fast also. Contemplate on the meaning of these verses, and as I said, these were verbally communicated from Lord Krishna to Arjuna. That really does not mean that non-verbal communication, which was heart to heart, is of any less importance. The entire Gita is relevant today more than ever in our lifetime, and it shall continue to sound and resound for future generations to benefit it from. Thank you, and pass on the tradition.
Thank you, Daji, for those pearls of wisdom. Steady mind and surrender. Hope we all achieve these two keys to be able to implement what we just heard. And thank you for taking out your invaluable time to address the global audience here. May I now request our dear participants to share how have they felt after listening to Daji's message. What is it that you feel you would like to take from this message and would think over it, ponder over it, or would follow? All right. Any takeaway key message that you would like to share with us? Yes, we all felt inspirational, peaceful, lots to dive into. Gita in our life, yes. Listen to the heart, follow them, is a consistent reply that all our dear students feel. And a lot of them have been sharing in the sessions that how it has changed them, how it is helping them to take their decisions in life. So that's wonderful. Thank you all for generously sharing your feelings and your views in the chat box. Shri, would you like to add something?
Yes, I feel so inspired and my heart is joyful after listening to Daji.
So beautifully said. So Shri, there are so many people who have joined us today and I'm excited to know more about them.
Then it's time for the fastest fingers for all of my friends then. Menti time, right?
Absolutely, you're right. I request everyone to open their Menti app or click on the link that we would be sharing in the chat box in a moment. And we will have a quiz for all of you. And we would like you all to enjoy by participating in this quiz. Mr. Anirudh will be taking it forward for the quiz, and I welcome him. Over to you, Anirudh, brother.
Hello, Rikita ji. Hi, Shri.
Hello.
Wonderful to see everyone here. As you were reading the chat box messages, I was also looking at YouTube live responses. So beautiful to see so many people who have joined and their feelings are coming together in one voice. So that's so wonderful. But as you were saying, I would like to know more about who has joined us, all the kids with us. So let's have some fun time now. So many of you know this, I'm sure. Yeah, I expected this. By the time I open it, responses would be here. So what you can do is you can click on the link in the chat box, or if you have a Mentimeter app or you're visiting www.menti.com, menti.com, you can punch in the code that's on the top of your screen. My friends will help put that code in the chat box as well. Rikita ji, look at the names. Look at the names.
Yes, absolutely.
Sushila, Sridhar, Lakshana, Anudipika, Shivashankar. I'm seeing a lot of girls' names. Does that mean that boys are slow? I can't see many boy names.
And it's really fastest finger first is what just Shri mentioned.
And you know, you need
Yes.
to be fast, because in the upcoming questions, I'm going to put a small quiz as well. And the faster you answer, the more points you get. So this is your KBC. Kanha birthday questionnaire. All right. Now I can see more balance in the names. Huh? Wonderful. Okay, let us move to the next one, and I hope you'll be faster. So you can slide it and choose your age. We put it till 25 only, assuming that children will answer.
Very, very well said.
All right. I wonder if I can go back to that average age.
And looking at the drawings, I was really, really amazed that, what was I doing in that age?
True, true. We were speaking with a parent and they were remarking that we're doing that PhD and it has a flavor of history, Sanskrit and Gita. They were saying that what we are learning in PhD at this age, we can see in these posters that the children are making. So
Absolutely. I just resonate with that because all those terminologies, after I have joined Heartfulness, I have really delved into it. Before that, it was just probably sometimes in school days, a glimpse of those words.
true, true. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Your country and state. You have two text boxes. In one, you can enter your country. In one, you can enter your state. We have someone from Australia, Sydney, India, of course. Nikita ji, आपका शहर भी आ गया, झारखंड.
Absolutely. I was just wondering that besides me, who else is from there?
UP, Telangana, Rajasthan, Dubai. Someone has joined us from Dubai. Wonderful. California. Wonderful. This is not a very right time for California, but still we have people from California and America joining in. Wonderful. I think this is what kids can make a difference in. Inside 30 seconds, I see 300 responses. I mean, this is the fastest Menti responses I've seen in probably hundreds of Menti questionnaires that I've conducted.
After all, you are here with children of Gitopadesh and brighter minds. You can see the wonders.
I agree. I keep forgetting that. All right. Now, which grade are you currently in? Nice. Good to see that there are very few 12 plus old people like me here.
And I'm amazed to see the kids are from age 1 to 5 as well. And the number is just not 1, 2, but 50 plus.
Yes.
Wow.
in the age group of 1 to 5, using Menti and answering would be a dream for me.
Absolutely. And just to visualize these kids when they would be teenagers and adults, the kind of environment they would be creating around. I would wait for that time.
Think about technology being a bane, not a boon, but looking at how children have been using, especially during this COVID time, I think that statement has to change. Yeah. All right. So now this is where quiz of 12 questions starts. So you can choose your avatar. Okay. There's a countdown for the quiz, every question also. So I'm going to start it. So fastest finger first, literally now. Who is Kanha? Look at your phone and tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. That's all. So you have 30 seconds to answer that. Look at that number. So many people have answered already.
It's really magic just to see those numbers.
Wow. 10 seconds to go. Come on, come on. You're going to lose on the points. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see who's on the leaderboard. All right. We have 165 students who have answered it first. Right? Krishna is the right answer, or Lord Krishna is also the right answer. All right. So let's move to the next question. So be prepared for the question. Let's see the leaderboard now. So the faster you answer, the more points you get, right? All right, chalo. Next question. Question 2. All right. What are Krishna's teachings called? Or what are they referred to as? Wow, inside 10 seconds, we have 300 responses, Daji. Wow. I think leaderboard is going to get confused this time. All right, you guys are getting a hang of it now. Now that you're getting a hang of it, I'm going to reduce the time from 30 seconds to 15 seconds. Let's see now who's the fastest. All right. Again, see if your name is there. Okay. So let's see the third question now. You'll get 15 seconds. What is the name of Krishna's brother? Lord Krishna's brother. And 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 2, and 1. And there you go. Let's see who's on the leaderboard now. Yeah, it is Balarama. Wonderful. Now let's see. I think, yeah, it's constantly changing, guys. Now let's see the next question. Fourth question. Again, remember only 15 seconds. How many chapters are there in Gita? 15 seconds start now.
If they would have been listening to Daji's message, the answer was there as well.
Answer was there as well. And the answer for one of the next questions was there as well. So, all right, let's see now. 18 chapters. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, one wrong answer and your leaderboard will change. So be ready.
Looking at this thought is also coming. Maybe you can give the question first and then I'll come back to this, what I had to say.
Sure. Okay, so the next question. How many verses does Gita have? Verses or shlokas? Yes, Rikitaji.
Yes, like this leaderboard, every moment we have one choice or the other to make, one decision or the other to make. So probably what we just listened, how centered and surrendered we are, could be a achievement for us.
Yes, completely. All right, so 700 is the right answer. And again, this leaderboard is looking at how quick you are. Don't take it to be a competition, huh? Right? See, it changes. It is like life, always changing. So, sixth question. Let's see who has their fingers glued to your devices and who wrote Bhagavad Gita.
This was also there in the message. I think you were referring to this question.
Yes, and one more to come.
Okay.
3, 1, and let's see. Yes. All right. So it says cat is at the top. So we are hoping Shami has come onto the top. All right. But you see, the difference in points is not much. It's 3, 4 points, which means
Absolutely.
milliseconds of difference in which you're giving your answer. So, all right, let's go to the next one. Man of steady wisdom is referred to in chapter 2 of Gita as, this was also there in when Daji was speaking, he referred to this as well in chapter 2 of Gita.
In fact, he mentioned about this terminology in the beginning as well.
Yes. Aha. Many of you have been listening very carefully. Yes, it is called Sthit Prajna. And about Sthit Prajna, we'll have some exciting news towards the end of this session. So we'll reveal it then. I'm not going to reveal anything now. All right. So again, the leaderboard. Awesome. So let's go to the next one, the 8th question. Let us see now. What are the 3 gunas? You can select multiple options in this. Don't select one and submit. You can select 2, 3, 4, anything you want. 3 gunas, of course, it means 3, but whatever you feel. You can select multiple. Okay, so that's where I was telling you, you can select multiple. So 3 gunas are sattva, rajas, and tamas, right? You've been learning this in Gitopadesh. That is a theme on this name. So see, 18 of you gave all 3. So be careful before you answer because now the leaderboard is going to change again.
Listening also, it's always said, is an art. We are so habituated to reply and speak fast that we forget.
Yes. Take a moment. What is the literal meaning of Bhagavad Gita? I can see that for this question, the answer is coming slower. Let us see. Many of you thought it is song of wisdom, huh? Very nice.
However, the perspective is also nice, that they are thinking it to be wisdom. So, okay.
I agree. I totally agree. Okay, let's see the 10th question now. Only 2 more to go after this. Pandavas won the battle because, again, read the answers and select one. I expected this. I expected this. So even though Krishna was on their side, Krishna himself says this many times in Mahabharata that Pandavas are on the side of Dharma. That's why I'm on your side. Okay, it's getting very interesting now. Let us see. Oh. Okay, penultimate question. What is the real name of Bhishma? Bhishma Pitama, as in the V.R. Chopra one. Okay, 3 and 2 and 1. Time up. Oh wow, many of you know that it's Devavrata. All right, very nice.
On an average, we are getting for every answer around 330, even though it starts slow, but they make up.
And it's very interesting. Last 3-4 questions, the leaderboard has been flipping. All right. Now let's go to the last question. What does Krishna call Arjuna as? This also was there in Daji's speech in one of the shlokas. Already 3:30. Very good. Most of you know this. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so our final leaderboard, just so that we know who was the quickest. All right. Wonderful, wonderful, all of you. Kudos to all of you. Look at the difference in points. It is so less, which means that all of you were wonderful. This leaderboard is just for us to have a little more fun, but you guys were brilliant. So over to you, Rikitaji, again.
Thank you so much. Before you leave, I would just say that there was so much of learning for me as well. And that a lot of factors decide the so-called win word that we go in for, the internet speed, the connection. So whatever is in our control, I think in life, we should focus on that. And we should prepare ourselves for that, these are the tools that probably I will use for my maximum benefit. Thank you so much, Anirudhji. That was really lovely indeed. We all thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you so much. All right, Shri. So you are also a student of Gitopadesh. What would you like to share about your journey?
Yes, Didi. So first I would like to quote up a popular adage that a picture is worth 1,000 words. It's so true that I'm able to ponder upon the slokas and the meanings into my posters. And by learning Gita, directly or indirectly, I'm able to identify my pros and cons. And to be honest, I started regulating myself. And I really enjoy the breakout room activities, the stories that our facilitators share. And those stories make us to feel the essence behind the slokas. So, Didi, can I invite few of my friends to share their ideas too?
Absolutely, please.
Let me invite Adarsh. Welcome, Adarsh, and over to you.
Namaste. I am Adarsh, studying in class 8 from THLC, Hyderabad. Today, I would like to recite a verse from theme 1 of Gitopadesh, which is exploring inner potential. This shloka is from chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita. Mahabhutanyahangaraha buddhiravyaktameva cha Indriyani dashaikancha panchachendriya gocharaha. Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, know this body as the Kshetra and the field, and know me as the Kshetrajna, the knower of the fields. This Kshetra consists of Panchabhutas, fire, water, air, space, and earth. The ego, intellect, self. The karmendriyas, the organs of action, and the jnanendriyas, the organs of perception. It also contains the mind and the five sense objects, which are sound, sight, touch, vision, and taste. We are gifted with all these faculties. We must make the best use of these faculties to achieve our inner potential. We need to adopt a few practices like meditation to regulate our mind and senses. This leads to eternal peace, joy, and happiness. Thank you.
That was just flawless, Adarsh. You have made me even more curious for what's going on to come in the next few moments. So let's now call upon Chandra. Welcome, Chandra. Good morning. Over to you. Chandra, will you please check your audio? I am not able to hear. Can somebody else confirm? Is she audible?
You're not audible still, Chandra.
Other device again.
Speak once more, Chandra.
Okay now?
Yes, you are audible now. It's okay. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely clear.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Chandra.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Namaste. I, Chandra, a student of THLC, grade 9. I'm here to recite the 14th shloka of the 18th chapter, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. It is the 4th shloka of the second theme in Gitopadesh, mastering our faculties. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha prithak vidham vividhascha prithak cheshtaha daivam chaivatra panchamam. Adhishtanam refers to our body, which is the medium for performing actions. The doer refers to us, our life force, prana, the soul, or the Atman. In other words, it is a fragment of the source that exists within us. Directly or indirectly, we are responsible for our actions. We is with regard to our life force. Being in tune with our soul enables us to overpower destiny because the soul is beyond such things. When we are in tune with our soul, in tune with our heart, we are then automatically in tune with every little cell of our body. We are then completely aware of our body, cell to cell. We are aware of what it can achieve, what it is capable of. This helps us master our faculties. Thank you.
I don't think that I need to say anything after that. Kudos to you, Chandra. Rikita Didi, I have Anika's mother Namisha auntie here who wants to share what she has seen in Anika.
Namaste and pranams everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sister, please go ahead. Namaste ji.
Thanks to Revered Daji and all our eminent guests. I'm Nimisha Gupta, mother of Anika Gupta from Panchkula, Haryana. We joined the Prajna program from Gitopadesh, and I'm very delighted to share my experiences on this lovely platform with all of you. The Gitopadesh program is a very thought of, beautifully created and carefully carved out program for kids, and it is developed with immense efforts from all the mentors and teachers. It has really helped the families as well as the kids to get attached to their roots, to learn from our ancient wisdom and get connected to the learnings from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The shlokas from Bhagavad Gita are chosen carefully. The recitals are taught to the kids in Sanskrit, and then the mentors explain the meanings very beautifully in great depth in English, and it is all supported with the help of quiz and stories. It has been a great learning experience for all of us at home. It is surprising how kids of 8 to 9 years old, they are able to recite the shlokas in Sanskrit and also grasp the meanings with great integrity. The main aim of the program is that these learnings will be imbibed in their system from their growing stage. In their youth and future life also, they can go back to this reservoir of knowledge and wisdom, and all the kids become better human beings as a whole. It is like giving tools to young soldiers that are our kids to help them deal with the complexities of our lives. With a heart full of love, I thank the Heartfulness team and Gitopadesh team for creating this wonderful platform through which teachings of Lord Krishna have reached the hearts of so many kids, parents and grandparents, and so many homes, bringing immense change and evolution in the humanity as a whole. The energy of our homes has also changed. All of us listen to the shloka recitals, we ponder over the meanings, we discuss the meanings, and also listen to the stories. And it is a beautiful journey with the Gitopadesh team. So thanks Heartfulness and Gitopadesh team for giving us this abundant treasure of wisdom and knowledge. Pranams everyone, and Pranam Daji.
Thank you so much, Nimisha ji. That was absolutely well said. That not only a lot of times we parents teach our kids, but when kids get themselves enrolled into something so beautiful, something so deep, the entire home actually starts learning with them. So very well put. Thank you so much for your time and your sharings. Would now like to invite Sarvesh.
Namaste.
Yes,
Namaste.
please go ahead, Sarvesh.
Namaste everyone. My name is Sarvesh from grade 7 and I'm going to recite a shloka from theme 3, habit formation. And this is verse 5 from chapter 6. Uddharedatmanatmanam natmanamavasadare atmaiva hyatmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. The meaning is, one should uplift oneself by the self with one's own efforts and should not degrade oneself, for one's own self is one's friend and one's own self is one's enemy. In this shloka, the one we should uplift and not degrade is our mind, and the efforts are our thoughts. We can train our mind with positive thoughts and suggestions which help us, like being truthful, being compassionate, being joyful and kind, instead of thoughts which degrade or bring us down, like thoughts with jealousy, anger, sorrow, sadness, etc. Our mind can either be our friend or our enemy, depending on your thoughts. If you think good thoughts, then like being truthful and compassionate, then our mind is our friend. If you think bad thoughts with jealousy and anger, then our mind is our enemy. So let's train our mind to make a habit of thinking positively. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarvesh. That was really the pearls of wisdom that you have shared with us, that what do we need to do with our thoughts. Shri, would you like to add something here?
Yes, Devi. I'm very happy to see my friends share their feelings so well. Tarun was just telling me how good they were.
I agree. So welcome, Tarun. Good morning. How have you been doing? Unmute yourself, Tarun, once again.
I'm fine, Didi. How are you?
All well, all well. Thank you. So, Tarun, there is a slight echo in your voice. Can you just speak once again?
Is it fine now?
Okay. All right. So how and what does it mean when you hear the word Kanha?
I have been learning Gita for many years now, so Kanha has always been my tutor. Also, the school I go to, the Heartfulness Learning Center, is in Kanha Shanti Vanam. So Kanha has always been an integral part of my life.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. So you seem to have your life revolving around Kanha. What would you now like to do?
I've been waiting to hear from Dinesh sir and then can we please listen to him?
All right. So let's hear from our another esteemed guest, Mr. Dinesh Ji, a message for all of us.
Namaskar. I'm so delighted that the Heartfulness Education Trust is celebrating Kanha, the life of Shri Krishna during Janmashtami. Always Shri Krishna has been one of the most popular gods that we've had. Why popular? Because he was everything that every human being wants to be. Nutcut, the Bal Gopal Krishna, who Makhan Chor, he was naughty, he used to be with the gopis, he was a lover, he was a warrior, he was everything. I mean, he had in him everything that human beings aspired to be. And in the best of ways, in the best of forms. He knew how to distinguish evil from good, how to look at people, how to take care of people, how to help people, how to manage situations, everything. And all these things he gave not only in terms of his discussions, his talks with the Pandavas, in his own life, with the Yadavas themselves, but it was all put together in this wonderful piece called the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita. When he gave the Gita Upadesh, when he gave the Upadesh of Gita to Shri Krishna, to Arjuna, he actually put together all the things that we want to learn in a life. This is like a standard textbook for people, a textbook on how one should conduct oneself, how the whole universe is an illusion, and within the illusion, how we need to conduct ourselves. This is one of the greatest sermons ever given, and I'm glad it has been concretized into the Bhagavad Gita, which should become standard text for everybody. Everybody should read it at least once in their life to understand what a great piece of work it is. And I'm delighted that the Heartfulness Education Trust is actually running a program called Gitopadesh, which is for the young minds to understand how important the Gita is and to learn from the teachings of the Gita, how to lead their lives, how to become better individuals, how to be successful, and more important, how to be happy in life. Because happiness at the end is your own construct. You become happy because you want to be happy. You have to learn to be happy. Happiness cannot be given to you. And the Gita and Shri Krishna in his entire life showed how it is important for people to lead a happy, successful, fulfilling life. And that is what the Heartfulness Institute does. They teach bright minds, young people, the different ways in which they can be successful and yet happy. Because today's world, success doesn't come with happiness. Sometimes success makes one unhappy. But to be both, to be happy and successful, is something which everybody wants. So on this Janmashtami, on this occasion of celebrating Kanha, I'm delighted that the Heartfulness Education Trust is doing this wonderful work. ICCR is looking to collaborate with the Heartfulness Institute in taking these ideas, the Gitopadesh, the Bright Minds idea, the teaching of heartfulness across the world to different people, to different societies. Because what we have, the Bhagavad Gita, the teachings of Krishna, these are things which are our heritage, which is the treasure which belongs to us. But the treasure and the heritage only becomes better if we share it with the world. And through the work of the Heartfulness Society, we will share this with the world and we will make the world a better place. Thank you very much. जन्माष्टमी में बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. नमस्कार.
we are thankful to Dinesh Ji for taking out time from his busy schedule to share his message with us. Tarun, I would like to share with you that Dinesh Ji is busy serving our country and he has to travel to various countries every month. And we are fortunate to be able to listen to him today and would also like to just thank Sir from the bottom of our hearts that it was lovely message that he has just shared and the vision that he has that these children would be ambassadors of tomorrow is something that would be happening very soon. And Sir has also shared here in his message that ICCR will be taking Gitopadesh through different ICCR forums, and HET, that is Heartfulness Education Trust and ICCR, will be taking it together ahead. All right. Now I have some important announcements to make after Dinesh Ji's message here. Would like to invite Mr. Ramkrishna Malela, who is our program director of Heartfulness Education Trust. And he would be also sharing about the season 2 launch of Gitopadesh. May we have Mr. Ramkrishna Malela with us. Welcome, sir. Good morning.
Namaste. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Respected elders and Dinesh ji, Sushil ji, parents, and the Gitopadesh team, and above all children. This is amazing. A dream come true, something that we planned about 2 months back to do a short event, an interactive event with children especially. So Sushil ji, thank you so much once again, and definitely a personal Sunday aapne waqt nikala. I know you are busy and your time comes premium, but this is very enriching for us also to have you here. So before we call you, sir, I just wanted to also let everybody know here on the Zoom session and also all those who are attending this program worldwide. We are very happy that we started this Gitopadesh in season 1 in the month of May. And I'm very humbled to say that we have students from about 21 countries, 1,500 students from all over the globe. It might sound a little small number, but 1,500 Krishnas, I would say, they're emerging in their own homes, streets, colonies, schools especially, and the kind of posters that have been coming. So we have been very methodical and very research oriented in launching this course. Like what Reverend Daji said, it is just not about recital. It's actually experiencing it. So the pedagogical design, the course construct, and the way students will engage their parents and their friends, and also teach back. So the 3 levels of learning: Swadhyaya, Sahadhyaya, and Upadhyaya, to teach back. I think that's where parents are also happy to share their learnings and how the journey of children is happening through Gitopadesh. So with that, I would like to announce that in the mid of September, the website will be open for season 2 registrations of this course of Gitopadesh. On November 1st week is when we're going to start season 2 classes. The way we have organized it again is to take a registration through parents for selected students. When I use the word selected, it means that they really know that they want to do this course, because this one will be for about 6 months, which means it's like 1 shloka a day, slowly learning it, and prepare posters. And we are, I think, if my numbers are right, we've already received about 12,000 posters, and that's a huge number. So which means children will not only recite, but they will have small quiz on our LMS platform. They can upload the shloka. They have a couple of reflective questions. And above all, once in a week, they will prepare a poster. Look at those posters. A very abstract topic has been brought into a colorful expression. No doubt Rikita feels, I wish I was there at that time. These posters reflect that students do learn, but they also want to express, and why not through the right brain and in a creative expression. So with that, the children's program will be open. I'm also happy to share that we are working towards launching a course for youth and adults called Sthita Prajna. And this will be a course again similar in the lines of how we have designed the course. And most importantly, we are in a design phase of the course of Gita for pregnant women and for the immediate family members as well. So the hope is that with this kind of spiritual insight, and not just a rote recital, but meditating and taking up heartfulness practices. Just imagine the youth and when mothers are meditating and hearing to these wonderful verses from Gita, their entire pregnancy period will be a lot more spiritual, and I'm very sure the great masters will bless such couples, such families, that in about 100 years or so, we can actually have a new crop of youth guiding this country with the divine inspiration. So this is a short announcement, but wanted to thank actually the season 1 students who are doing very well, and we get to learn from you. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the entire proctors. Almost a team of 60 people are working worldwide. Facilitators, design team, the media team, the script team, and of course the entire IT team here from Heartfulness. So with that, I like to request parents that please be in touch with us. Write to Gitopadesh at heartfulness.org. The website will be open from mid of September. And this time we are also going to launch a specific track for Hindi-based explanation, so that students who understand Hindi, जो बच्चे हिंदी में गीता को समझना चाहते हैं, संस्कृत के वर्सेस सुनने के बाद उसका जो भी विवरण है, उसका जो भी एक्सप्लेनेशन है, हम हिंदी फैसिलिटेटर्स के माध्यम से गीतोपदेश हिंदी कोर्स भी लॉन्च करने वाले हैं. So thank you so much once again for this opportunity, and I'm keen to hear to Sushil ji. So Rikita, back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Malela, for also sharing with us some nice news for the adults as well. I was thinking of asking you anything for the adults, and you just spilled it in your announcement. Thank you so much. So Tarun, would you like to share what's your favorite moment or activity in Gitopadesh?
Sure. My favorite moments during Gitopadesh were the fun days, which we had every 5 themes. We had fun quizzes based on sloka presentations, palindromes, group storytelling based on the gist of the themes that we finished, poster making, reflection questions, and many more enjoyable activities. Really, actually, there's a special moment like this for all of my friends who are attending Gitopadesh. Shall I ask a few to share too?
Absolutely. Please go ahead.
Let me invite Ashit now, who will be sharing his favorite sloka from Gitopadesh. Over to you, Ashit.
Welcome, Ashrit.
Namaste, everyone. I am Ashit from Telangana, India. I am studying in 8th standard. Today, I am here to recite Shloka 4 from Theme 4, Trigunas, in Gitopadesh. That is, Shloka 11 from chapter 14 in Bhagavad Gita. Sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasha upajayate jnanai yada tada vidyat vivriddham sattvamityuta. Meaning of the shloka. when the light of real spiritual knowledge dawns through all the gates of the body, that is, the mind and the senses, one must know that, indeed, the sattva guna is predominant. Essence of the theme. The theme Trigunas means the three gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas. Sattva is the purest of the three gunas. It is completely free from impurity. It is illuminating and connects with joy and true inner knowledge. Rajas. Rajas is the nature of passion. It binds the soul quickly by attachment to actions and their fruit. Tamas. Tamas is the deluder of all embodied souls. It binds the soul with laziness, carelessness, and sleep. Thank you everyone for this wonderful opportunity. I hope to have more.
Thank you, Ashrit. You were just flowing, and I didn't want it to be ended. Let us now invite Ambuja to take us through her journey.
Namaste everyone. My name is Ambuja Singh, and today I'm going to recite Shloka 6 of Theme 5, which is Demonic to Divine. Let's start. Tejah kshama dhrita shaucham adroho nati manita bhavanti sampadam devi abhijatasya bharata. This shloka tells us some of the quality of those born with divine nature. Let's talk about them in detail. First, vigor. Divine beings always take care of their health and prefer more to eat of healthy food. Second, forgiveness. They forgive others instead of punishing them. Third, purity. They always think and do pure things. Fourth, freedom from enmity. They see all living beings in equal way and share love, not hatred with them. Fifth, absence of vanity. They take care and give love to other beings and nature more than themselves. This shows that those born with divine nature always do right things and help others. Theme 5, Demonic to Divine, represents the two kinds of beings which come to earth. First, the divine being, and second, the demonic being. Divine being has pure qualities, while the demonic one has impure qualities. Divine being is said to be conductor of liberation, while the demonic one is said to be of bondage. At last, I would like to say that we should always try to be like the divine being, not the demonic one. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I can relate. I can relate to you. Wonderfully put by you. You know what? We have Narayan's mother, Priyadashini, who will share what they liked about you. Welcome on.
Sister Priya, may I just request that if we can call Mr. Susuhil Salwan our guest of today, and then we call you after.
Yes, sure. Please go ahead. That would be an honor. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Ritika ma'am, it would be better that we have the ladies speak first, and the rule says ladies first. So,
so nice of you, sir.
Thank you, sir. That's really nice of you, sir. So, good morning, everyone. Namaste. I am Priyadashini Lokesh from Dubai Center. And my kids, both of them had registered for the Gitopadesh classes. The younger one is Payal for the Pragya class, and the elder one, Narayan, for the Vidyarthi group. And initially, it was like a new session at home. It would be, I would say that the atmosphere would change by itself. Like the preparation would start, he would start taking the laptop and log in. Initially, he was not so much interested, but eventually I could see that he was taking slowly the interest, and he could log in by himself and start practicing and recording the shlokas. And my younger one being in Pragya group, it was more that I need to make a practice. So I would say that it was actually a class for me to parallelly going on. And that was really nice that as a family, we all were getting to know things together. And doing Bhagavad Gita, our ancient literature, that was really nice for all of us to learn together. And what I really felt was these aspects, these were really very well conveyed by the facilitators, which made them easy to learn. It had come to their level, and it was made fun with stories. And I really like the way, if there were any problems, any issues, how well it was coordinated by the facilitators and proctors and made our task very easy while teaching these kids these shlokas. And the other aspect which was really nice was the posters, where because they were expressing themselves not with words but with in an art form. So that was really a good way of expression than mere just speaking with words. And more importantly, what we really liked were those time to reflect, which was given after the shloka was being taught. Because what I felt was that was something after the shloka is being taught. They're taking time to ponder over it, put across what they really felt, or it's giving them a chance to think what it really means for themselves. So what I feel is these things which are given after the shloka is being done for themselves helps them to introspect in the right way of thinking. And it's actually at a very young age, they are being channelized in the right way of thinking process. So what else is more needed when their thinking itself is being oriented in the right direction as it's supposed to be? So that was a very major thing which I could see the way my elder one is thinking, and slowly my younger one is also picking up. Here, just one quote I would like to give from James Allen, who says that a man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts. When I see that all this thing is being addressed with these Gitopadesh classes from the root, which is the thinking process, then most of it is being handled. So thank you for the opportunity for giving all of us with these courses. Namaste.
Very well said, Sister Priya. I resonate with every word that you were just saying. That, you know, the thought process for which we all know that it is something which is going to be the foundation of the character. And when you see it unfolding in front of your eyes, and that too for your kids, I think it's very liberating. It's very heartwarming. So thank you for sharing it with all the parents here and letting the Gitopadesh reach out to every home where kids are, and let it be a meaningful growth, a meaningful generation, a more loving generation in making for all of us. I would now like to invite Sushil sir, and would love to just add one line here. So you have been here with us right from the morning, and it was definitely a lot of lessons with your mere presence, which I have taken as my learning experience and my takeaway. Welcome, sir, and over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think, let me rephrase what you said. It's a learning for everyone. And I got this opportunity of learning from the children about the intensity in which they're getting involved in saving and protecting our rich heritage. And that's most important. So pranam to all the lovely children, their parents, and everyone who is associated with the Heartfulness Education Trust. As a matter of fact, it's indeed a great delight that we have collaborated with the Heartfulness Education Trust, and we'll have almost about 12,000 children getting associated with them, with about a faculty of 1,500. So let's celebrate Kanha. And where is Kanha? In us, in all the children who are there before us. For example, Ananya, Bansari, Gauri, Chandra, Anika, Sarvesh, Tarun, Ambuja. We find Kanha in them. And that's the most beautiful part, which Gitopadesh is telling us. Now, what does Kanha mean to us? That's also equally important. Kanha means wisdom, intelligence, intellect, the way of living. And that's very, very important, which I'm so happy that your organization is taking this forward to the generation which really needs it most. Today, you must have noticed there is so much of conflict in the world. You see any part of the world, there is just conflict. Why? Because we have forgotten our roots. We have forgotten our foundation. And I'm so happy and I'm so delighted. I am indebted to Daji, as well as the organization that is the Heartfulness Education Trust. to have rejuvenated the process of relaying the foundation for our lovely children who shall protect this world in future. And that is what Lord Krishna said. Whenever there is evil, I shall come. And I see this young generation coming forward to eliminate evil from this world. And I'm so happy and I'm indebted to everyone who's getting associated with this. I heard about the Kanha Shanti Vanam, and it's so beautiful. We've heard about these 7 wonders of the world. Let me from this platform make a declaration that Kanha Shanti Vanam is the first spiritual wonder for life, because it will show us the reflection and the path of life, which is most important. In this materialistic world, I think we've forgotten how to live. What we only focus is materialism, materialism, and materialism. We have forgotten about our friends, we've forgotten about our relations, we've forgotten about our parents. So it's a very delightful process which I see is happening. This turnover situation which is happening is extremely good. My only resentment is that where was Heartfulness Education Foundation 50 years back when I was a student? I wish I would have got this sort of training, tutoring, and mentoring. Perhaps my life would have been more disciplined. I would have taken an early path towards spiritualism instead of, I won't say I've wasted time, but I have lost time. And then I feel that what we're doing now for the children through HET is really, really wonderful. My dear children and dear friends, what is Bhagavad Gita? What is Gitopadesh? Bhagavad Gita is our guide. It is our philosopher. It is our mentor. To overcome the crisis of emotion the mind poses and the questions that are frequently raised by our intelligence. When life throws certain challenges which are tough and begins to stifle us and push us against a wall, it's the teaching of Bhagavad Gita which gets us out from these crises. And that's most important. It is very unfortunate that many people in this world consider this as a religious book. No, it is a sacred book which tells us the way to live our life, and that's most important. And I request every human being on this earth to make an endeavor to at least listen to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. I'm sure the lovely place what Daji has created, what the Education Trust has created, Andhra, where people are coming from all over the world, they shall find solace and they shall find the answers. The purpose of their life, they shall find there. And it is extremely, extremely delightful to see this. Now, what happens after you read and understand Bhagavad Gita? That's extremely important. And that's important for the children to know. The lovely students who are in grades 1st to 6th to 6th to 8th, 8th to 12th. See, you will find your difficulties getting over within a fraction of a minute. You will find that you will not have enemies, and if enemies are there, they will become your friends because of your intellect, your wisdom, and the way you are tackling the whole situation. And that's a very beautiful part. You will befriend them. You will show them the path towards happiness, towards contentment. And I feel that the course which Mr. Ramakrishnan is curating is actually going to give you a purpose of life. And then again, Mr. Ramakrishnan is a very wonderful person. He is really getting associated with every person who is taking up these courses, and he's putting his heart and soul into it. The important aspect of Bhagavad Gita, which I've learned, is that you stand with dharma. And that's most important, and that's the only principle in life. And dharma means truth. When you stand with truth, there is no person, there is no political party, there is no government which can dislodge you, because truth is the ultimate, and that is what Lord Krishna said. When you are on the right side, when you are on the truthful side, I am with you. So when you are with dharma, you will adhere to the path of righteousness. You will live life, you will respect life, and you will live life to love it. These are very important aspects, which I'm sure all the children would also understand. I won't take much of time, except I will possibly just tell you 2 questions which Arjun raised to Lord Krishna and what were the answers. Lord Krishna was asked by Arjun, why has life become complicated now? And see what Lord Krishna says. Stop analyzing life. It makes it complicated. Just live it. And dear children, that's most important for you. When you learn the Bhagavad Gita, when you understand, and you will start living life. The next question which was posed by Arjun to Lord Krishna was, sometimes I feel my prayers are not answered. Lord Krishna says, there are no unanswered prayers. Keep the faith, drop the fear. Life is a mystery to solve, not a problem to solve. Trust me, life is wonderful if you know how to live it. And my dear children, my dear parents, Bhagavad Gita will tell you the way to live life. It is extremely a pious relic for us. And I think I again request the Heartfulness Education Trust, take this preaching to every nook and corner of this world. I am beseeching, I am requesting you to take this even to Afghanistan at this stage, which actually needs the right course and the righteous path. And I feel that with the Heartfulness Education Trust, every child in the world will get a path to lead. I'm so happy to be associated, and I am so grateful that this organization is doing something which was missing. Well, I feel missing for so many years, at least in the last 50 years. I've not been able to see such passionate courses coming up for children and such passionate involvement. Thank you so much. God bless. Hare Krishna, and happy Janmashtami to all. Lord bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sushil sir. Those words were not only heart-warming, heart-touching, but absolutely encouraging and inspiring. We would love if you could wait and watch our Brighter Mind Kids just in another segment, and would also be in touch with you. As you just mentioned, HET is looking at different associations at different levels, and probability of also seeing that how and can we reach out to schools as well could be something that could be pondered upon. So thank you once again for your words. Tarun, would you like to take us forward to the student performances? Who are we inviting now? All right. So let's hear Prakash now. Welcome, Prakash.
Hello, ma'am. Namaste, everyone. My name is Prakash, and I am from Australia. I am in year 6, and I'm going to recite the 7th shloka from theme Self-Mastery. Chapter 15, Shloka 11, the Yoga of Supreme Being. Yatanto yoginaschainam pasyantyatmanyavasthitam yatantopyakritatmanaha nainam pasyantyachetasaha. The meaning of this shloka is that the yogis, whose hearts are pure, are able to realize the self in the heart. However, the ignorant, whose hearts are not purified, are not able to see the self despite their best efforts. In this shloka, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that if anyone wants to reach to the self, their hearts should be purified, unlike their ignorance. The theme explains how we can become masters of ourselves and reach the higher self. To become a master of something, one has to be above that state. So to conquer the self, we need to make our hearts pure and establish a connection with the higher self. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prakash. That was really, really beautiful. Tarun?
I have Sukanya with me here to say. Sukanya, what do you have to say?
Welcome, Sukanya. Please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Try once again, Sukanya.
Yes. Are you able to hear me?
Yes. We will delve into now straight to our Brighter Minds part. Anything you would like to add before?
Yes, Deepi. Not only this, I have a few friends who can surprise you with their cognitive abilities. Do you want to tell all of our audience about them?
Absolutely. You are talking about the Brighter Minds children, right? So let's see how much and how wonder can transform into wisdom in children. We have Mr. Anirudh with us again, and we will show you all that something that you may or may not have witnessed before. Be prepared to be pleasantly surprised, is what Mr. Anirudh always calls Brighter Minds sessions to be.
Yes.
Welcome, brother, once again.
Thank you. Not only that, it's a humble appeal to all parents and elders here to please have an open mind and open heart in what you're going to witness for the next 15 to 20 minutes. So just before showing some wonder that students and children can create, I would like to talk about Bright Minds a little. So I'll just share my screen. All right. So like Gitopadesh, Bright Minds is another signature program from Heartfulness and Cognitive Skills Private Limited, which is, I would say, making every child a star, which they already are. So Brighter Minds goes in the concept. So it is currently in more than 20 countries, with 25,000 is an old number. Many students who have gone through this, and it is a program that nourishes the cognitive abilities of children. And it's based on scientific, very proven scientific theories and experiments that have brought about a concept called Brighter Minds. You can read about it from these brilliant authors who have done research onto it. You can make a note of these authors and read about it, but I would like to bring you to two main concepts. One is habit formation because of epigenetics and neuroplasticity. I'm not sure if you have heard of these words before, but it's all about the context of the human brain, right? This human brain that we have is it's such a wonder. But at the same time, if it's not balanced in the right way, all these things that you're seeing on your screen now are very much possible that we see in any one of us, not only children. Distractions, lack of interest, behavioral issues, denials. We see this in all of us, not only children. But as we know, in the context of the human brain, if we understand the brain function properly, how the brain develops, most of us use our left part of the brain mostly. The right part of the brain is not adventured into much. So that's why I would like to show you how these qualities of attention, awareness, comprehension, memory and retention, creativity can be brought about as a natural skill in children. It doesn't have to be an acquired skill because it's already there inside them. We don't know how to tap it out of them. We are mostly, we want to see their rank card, we want to see their marks, and then qualify them to be a bright student or a student who is a slow learner. But do we actually understand the brain before qualifying anyone? Not only our children, any child. How many of you know these parts of the brain? I'd like to see in the chat box. Uh-oh, yeah. I'd like to see in the chat box if we can enable chat for everyone. Yeah. So how many of you know what these parts are in our brain? You can put the number and then say what it is. Yeah, cerebrum, cerebellum. Students are saying, I was recently studying this for my exam. Wonderful. Medulla oblongata. Yes. Yes. So here you can see that you said cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla, but none of us talk about the temporal lobe. None of us talk about, the peritial lobe, right? The frontal lobe. That's where the reasoning, the cognition, the motor skills, all that come from, right? We don't understand our brain properly, and we go on qualifying if someone is bright or not, right? Now I would like to introduce you to the limbic system, right? The hypothalamus, the amygdala, the thalamus, the hippocampus. These are beautiful things, right? The feelings that you feel, the urges, right? And learning and memory and spatial orientations. These are beautiful things that drive them. But how do we tap into them? Instead of me going into much detail of how to activate them, how to balance them, why not we observe it first through our children and see if they are rightly developed, rightly nurtured, how can children make wonders? Again, I would like to repeat, please be ready to be pleasantly surprised and please have an open heart and mind. So Rikita ji, shall we invite Sesha?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me call upon Sesha for all of you. Hi Sesha.
Hi. Hello everyone, my name is Sesha. I'm studying class grade 10th in Tirumala School and I'm from Rajahmundry.
Oh, wonderful Sesha. So Sesha, what are you going to show us today?
I'm gonna show you a demonstration of Write to Minds and I will be reading the letters you give in the chat box.
Oh, wonderful. So Sesha is going to tie a blindfold on her eyes, right? And then she's going to guess the color of the balls that are there before her. And also she said something else, that if you give me the word in the chat box, I will try and read it. So Sesha, let's start. You can tie your blindfold. There you go. So she's not able to see anything. I would request Sesha's mother to shuffle those balls and give her a couple of balls, and let's see what Sesha has to tell us. So what you're going to see is the ability of Sesha to feel, I repeat, to feel what is in her hand through her senses. This is called sensory substitution because we are so accustomed to use our eyes. Now that sense.
Red color.
Wonderful, wonderful Sesha. Now let us try another ball. In the meanwhile, I would request you all to give some words in the chat box related to Gita or Krishna. One word or two words related to Gita or Krishna. So she's trying, she's very in a very relaxed mode now. In that relaxed mode, she's trying to feel through the sense of touch, smell.
Blue color.
You are just wonderful. So now we have Sesha's father with us, who is holding the side mobile. Sir, can you, yes, he is wearing a Bluetooth earphone. Sesha can't hear us. So, sir, if you can pick one or two words from the chat box, write it on a slip and give it to Sesha. So while sir is doing that, Rikita ji, you have been a Brighter Minds trainer and a facilitator yourself. So what have you observed about this program and this wonderful pedagogy?
One student actually comes in my mind whenever I think of Brighter Minds and what it can do. it definitely has its own advantages in terms of few kids saying that, it helped in their memorization. Few said that my anger has gone down. Few says that my relationships have become better. I recollect a student who used to come and who was somebody who you can call in our normal terms as somebody who used to bully a lot, and somebody who was absolutely angry with everything. And even with we as faculties, he was not able to gel. He was not able to accept us as faculties. But after his total duration of session being over, before leaving, he hugged everybody and he said thank you. And he said that I find myself very peaceful now.
Wow. Wow.
So that's something that I still remember. Almost it's 3 years, but
Yeah.
we feel happy for him now.
Beautiful. Okay, so one of the words that was in the chat box, sir has written it on a piece of paper, and ma'am would be giving it to Sesha now. Let's see what Sesha says. So she is very calmly trying to feel what is in her hand. I would like to share a small story. Yes, yes, my dear.
Mahabharata.
Can you, sir, can you ask her to repeat it once more?
Mahabharata.
Wonderful. You're just wonderful, dear. Okay, let's try another word that we have written. So I would like to share a small story that in one of the Bright Minds kids that we were talking to, when she felt that paper that was given to her, she said God. And we asked her, how do you say it's God? She said, when I took that paper and I tried.
Krishna.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sesha. You're just wonderful. Sir, please ask her to relax now. She can switch on the audio before her. So she said, when I tried to touch that paper and feel it, I felt, I could feel peace, and it was heavenly. So I thought it was God. So that's how the feeling transforms into words with them. So Sesha, wonderful. Sesha, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. So Sesha, tell me, what did you feel and observe in yourself when you were going through Bright Minds?
I observe a big change in myself when I'm doing Brighter Minds. I observe I can have more intuitive skills than compared to previous time. Before I learned Brighter Minds, I used to take much time on spending on an activity, much time to spend on an activity, but now I decreased my time. I have improved my cognitive skills.
Wonderful, wonderful. Ma'am and sir, they have always been supportive to showcase Brighter Minds to everyone. What have you observed, ma'am, in Sesha?
She can
come behind. Yeah. Yes, sir, you can unmute and speak now.
Yeah. She takes very less time. She can have a capability of reading or writing. She can understand very easily.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Thank you so much, Sesha. So let us now meet Srinath and Divit. Okay. Let me call upon Srinath for you all, who is let him tell where he's from, what he's doing. And I'd also like to call upon Divit. Yeah. Divit, are you here?
So maybe in the meantime, we can hear from
So
who is here.
tell us about yourself.
Hi everyone. I'm Srinath. I'm from Kanha in Hyderabad, and I'm in 8th grade.
Wonderful. So Divit, do you want to tell us about yourself and your sister?
Hello,
Yeah, Divit, go ahead.
am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Actually, I am having problem hearing you. So,
Oh, are we not audible?
just give me one.
Sure. Go ahead, no problem. So Srinath, what are you going to show us today?
I will be solving a cube and a pyramid blindfolded.
Oh, wow. So Srinath says he would be solving a Rubik's Cube and a pyramid cube blindfold. So Srinath, I can't solve a normal cube itself with my eyes open. So let's see what you can do. So while Srinath is setting up his side view for us, I'd like to share with all of you that Brighter Minds is a 12-week program in which we use music,
you keep it like this, okay?
brain activities, so that the right brain and the left brain are balanced, and it's called midbrain activation. So I think Divit is also joined us. Divit, can you hear us now? Go ahead, tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name is Divit. I study in class 10 in Ranchi. I am a Brighter Mind student. I started it back then in 2018.
Right.
Now it has been 3 years of Brighter Minds, and there are a lot of things that I learned from it and helps me in my studies and other things I do, such as playing and every other thing I do.
Wonderful. So without much delay, let's see what you guys can show us.
Okay. So I have this Rubik's Cube in my hand. So first, my sister will tie a blindfold on me. Then she'll scramble this cube in front of you, and then I'll solve it blindfolded.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's do it. So I would like to share with all of you that Divit has been trained by Rikitaji. And Srinath, you can go for the pyramid cube. Divit will go for the Rubik's Cube. Let's see. And Srinath is shuffling it first before doing it. Shuffle it, Srinath. Shuffle your cube. Yeah. Now you can start solving it. Here we can see that Divit's sister Lipakshi is shuffling the cube for him. Yeah. And now Divit will start solving it. So as Divit's side view also comes in for you to see better, I would like to share with all of you that, again, this is not magic. It comes with practice. It comes with perseverance, that these kids keep practicing even after their 12 sessions are over. All right. We have Srinath's mother also with us, who's holding the camera. Ma'am, if you can flip the phone horizontally so that video can come completely. Oh, wonderful. So Srinath has completed. So Srinath, can you try and feel and tell us what colors they are on which side?
Um, there's blue on the side,
Okay.
red,
Okay.
yellow, and green.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Srinath. Wonderful. You can relax now, Srinath. So you can see how Divit is also very relaxed like Srinath. And look at his fingers move at a pace. Rikita ji, many people think that being calm and being peaceful is being slow. I don't agree completely. That is when you are in a space where you can. Oh, wonderful. Divit has also done it. Divit, can you tell us the colors on the faces of the cube?
Yes, for sure. This is yellow. This is green.
Okay.
Blue.
Okay.
Orange.
Okay.
Red.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
The last one is white.
Super. Divit, you can also relax now.
Thank you.
So, there is Lipakshi also with us, Divit's sister, who has also gone through Brighter Minds training. So, Lipakshi, what have you observed in yourself?
So I joined on the same year when David started Brighter Mind. We were together, but there was huge difference between him practicing there and me being there. He was able to do this like cube guessing colors, and intuition level was high. And with me, it was very different. I was able to know myself more and what I'm going to do in future, and feel everything. In terms of deep, I went deep rather than on the just material side. I went like I developed myself. My inner growth was done, and he was very different from me. I was not able to do the things which he was able to do, but I was very different from him.
Wonderful. I think that difference is what makes brothers and sisters so unique. Wonderful. Thank you, Divit and Lipakshi, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Srinath.
Thank you.
So, I have one last surprise for all of you now. I would like to invite Sukruta. Hi, Sukruta.
Hi,
Sukruta, where are you from? What are you studying?
I am Sukruta from 6th class from Mancherial, Telangana.
Wonderful. So, Sukruta, what are you going to do today?
Screen reading.
Wonderful. So, Sukruta, while Sukruta ties her blindfold, what I request all of you is in the chat box. I'm opening the chat box for 2 minutes now or 30 seconds now. Please type one word or two words in the chat box. One or two words in the chat box. So that's how Sukrita is sitting. There's a laptop before her. And now I'll pause the chat. And Sukrita, can you tell us any message that you read in the chat box? I request everyone to stop typing messages now. So that sense of observation that kids have, the pause that they take, that moment of observation that they have, I think that's where wonder is created.
First one is Kanha.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sukrita. Anything else that you read? So while Sukrita is trying to feel it, I would like to request from our attendees, anyone who wants to switch on your video with proper lighting and your camera, you're on a laptop, not on the phone, so that your video is stable, to raise your hand. I would like to promote you to switch on your video from the attendees.
Ball, second one is.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sukrita. You're just wonderful.
Third one is. Various.
Very good. So I have promoted 2 people onto the panel now. I would request Mr. Pavan, who's there with Sukrita. I would request people who are promoted to the panel to switch on your video, please. Sukrita doesn't know who it is. I'm not going to take the name also. Please switch on your video. If you're not switching on your video, I asked you to come on because you can switch on your video. Yes. So, yes, just a second. Yeah. I would request Mr. Pavan to spotlight the person I have put on. Yes. And now.
Pink color t-shirt.
Wow. Go on.
White and black, gray.
Okay.
Red shirt.
Okay.
Completed.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sukrita. So we could see a smile on Ashwini's face when Sukrita was saying that. Wonderful. So I have promoted another person into the panel. If you can please switch on your video. Please switch on your video. I have promoted, yeah, just a second. And request Mr. Pavan to spotlight.
Headphones. Black color t-shirt.
Okay.
White color paint.
Okay, white color paint in the background. Wonderful. Anything
Completed.
else? Wonderful. Sukrita, you can rest now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sukrita. Thank you, Mr. Pavan. So this is what children can show us if they are given the right nurture. Nature versus nurture. That is all epigenetics is all about. So I'll briefly want to share with you on, as I was speaking, the left and the right brain, they have their own functions. We are mostly talking about the left brain, and all our education is developing the left brain. But the right brain, which is creative, abstract, it has comprehension, it has non-verbal abilities, and most importantly, the power of intuition, which lies in the right brain. That goes untapped most of the time. Ritominds brings both the brains together. It is called midbrain activation through a series of activities. There are some activities called brain gym exercises. There is a signature Ritominds music. Through all that, children grow in confidence, in intuition, and what you have seen is a result of that. So, talking about habit formation, right? We will play this video towards the end, keeping in mind the time. But what happens is, each time we do something, a new habit is formed. If we give practice to it, if we give time to it, if we give space to it, that habit becomes better and deeper inside us. That is called neuroplasticity. It is said that a set of genes that we get, set of habits that we have can't be changed. But epigenetics says that's all history. We can definitely change what comes inside a child genetically. We may not be able to change the genetic nature of it, but we can, the genes are also flexible. By giving the right nature, by giving the right nurture, They become much more receptive. They can build their own personality. They can become confident. And that's what you've seen just now from these 4 wonderful kids. So, what is most important for being that are these 4 hormones that you're seeing, happy chemicals. How many of us feel these in a day? I was just spotlighting a couple of children on the screen. As soon as Sukruta was able to identify their shirt color, their background color, they had a smile on their face. How many times in a day do we have that smile on our face? It's very important to create that happy chemicals and that happiness inside each and every child to see their development fourfold. So we wanted to show you Brighter Minds today to share with all of you that this is a science. This is a science, I would like to repeat again, not any magic, it's just the power of intuition, observation, and relaxation that they have with themselves. This is possible for each and every child. We hope that as Salwan Education Trust is collaborating with Heartfulness Education Trust, and also Sushil sir was pointing out that for 12,000 children, we hope that the next set of wonders that we want to show from Brighter Minds are from Salwan and all your children. For this, we would like to share with you, if you want to get in touch with us in the chat box, a couple of phone numbers and email IDs of Brighter Minds. You can get in touch with us anytime. And without much ado, I know it's getting late. So back to you, Rikita ji.
Thank you so much, Brother Anirudh, and thank you all the kids of Brighter Minds. Whenever we see these kids, we all adults feel, if we could have done this. So do we have something for the adults? I would like to call
yes. Oh, yes.
Mr. Ramkrishna Malela once again, just for a brief insight into, is there something for the adults as well? Can we also become Brighter Mind adults, not the Brighter Mind kids at this age? So Sukanya, by the time Mr. Ramkrishna joins us, would you like to share something with us?
Yes, I've also been part of the Gitopadesh program since May, and I would like to talk about what my experience is with Gitopadesh. So Gitopadesh has truly changed the way I understand or perceive things. So I personally feel like I've become more patient and focused. And as the theme started progressing or moving further on, it helped me understand the value of the smallest actions that we take part in our daily lives and how they impact it. I also feel like Gitopadesh has set a foundation for all of us to understand the fundamentals of the world and how we can be more focused, balanced, and most of all, true to ourselves. So Didi, what do you have in store for us next?
Let me just check if Mr. Ramkrishna has joined us. If he has, we will listen to him quickly and then move forward.
I guess sir is having a problem with the system he just messaged. So I would like to put in the word for all elders that for all 35 plus, Brighter Minds has a specialized program. It is called Brighter Minds Restart. So what happens is with age, our mind's cognitive capabilities start deteriorating. So Restart is such program where it is many people think that after 60 it's a new innings, but from 35 it's a new start for your cognition with Brighter Minds Restart.
Thank you so much, Brother Anirudh, for sharing that. So Kanya, let's call our next student for the performance.
Samanvita is now ready with a song. Over to you, Samanvita.
Namaste everyone. My name is Samanvita. I am studying in class 11 in Lalaji Memorial Omega International School, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I want to sing a song today.
Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Pitu Mat Swami Sakha Hamare Pitu Mat Swami Sakha Hamare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva ठाकुर हमारे प्राणों से प्यारे तुम हो हमारे हम हैं तुम्हारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Samanvita. We loved to see you also enjoying while performing, and it was a truly wonderful performance. Thank you so much. So, Kanya, whom do we want to call now?
So now we have Sakshi for all of you. She's going to share a shloka.
Welcome, Sakshi.
Namaste, I'm Sakshi. I'm from Karnataka, India. I study in 9th grade and I'm here to recite the 4th shloka from theme 7, regulation of mind. 18th shloka of chapter 6, Atma Sanyama. Yada viniyatam chittam atmanyevavatisthate nisprah sarvakamebhyah yukta ityuchyate tada. The meaning of the shloka is, when the mind or consciousness is thoroughly regulated and is centered on the self, Atman, and free from all desires, he is said to be thus in yoga. The essence of the shloka is, centering on the self is nothing but constant remembrance. This remembrance spreads the divinity all over our body, making our fickle mind centered and focused. Thank you. And pranam.
Thank you, Sakshi, for that beautiful shlok. Now let's invite Unnati. She's also going to share her views on an important shlok. Welcome, Unnati.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste. Please go ahead.
This is Unnati Patel from Ahmedabad. I study in grade 5. Today, I'm going to recite chapter 2, shloka 47 from theme 9, altruistic action. Lord Krishna says, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhuh ma te sangostva karmani. In this shloka, your right is to work only, but never to its fruits at any time. Never should the fruits of the action be your cause of action. nor let your attachment be to inaction. So, what I have learned from this shloka is that personally, when I study for my exams, I don't just do it for the results of it. I give my 100% and I'm satisfied with what I get. Thank you.
Unnati was just amazing, right? What do you all say? Let us now invite Poonam's father, Prakash uncle, to speak with all of us.
I guess I think he's having a technical problem. Let's move on. We'll call him later.
All right. So we would invite Shreya now.
Yes. Namaste everyone. My name is Shreya Rani. I stay in Hyderabad and I'm in grade 8. Today, I'll be reciting Shloka 4 from Theme 10, Moderation, which is the 7th Shloka from Chapter 5 of the Bhagavad Gita. Let's start. Yoga Yukto Vishuddhatma Vijitatma Jitendriyaha Sarva Bhutatma Bhutatma Kurvannapi na lipyate. In this shloka, Lord Krishna talks about how we can moderate ourselves even while performing an action. The meaning of the shloka is that you have to conquer your senses, you have to purify yourself, that is purifying your heart and mind, and finally, you have to overcome your lower self, that is your body. If you do all this, this will make sure that you are not spoiled or tainted by the action you are doing. The essence of this theme is that moderating and regulating yourself is very, very important. You have to think that the action you are doing is not being done by you, but the divinity inside you. You have to moderate yourself from the bad stuff, which includes being happy and not sad, being joyful and not angry, and finally, being calm and composed and not disturbed. That is all about moderation. Thank you.
Very well said, Shreya. And she has also shown us how easy it is to perform when we are connected with our own hearts. Thank you so much, Shreya. We would now invite Ramchandra, and let's listen to him, what he wishes to share with us. Welcome, Ram.
Namaste everyone, my name is Ramchandra. I am studying grade 3. I am from Andhra Pradesh in India. I am going to recite the 15th sloka of chapter 17. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vagmayam tapa uchyate. The meaning of the sloka is Anudvegakaram vakyam. Words or speech that do not cause distress or disturbance. Satyam priyahitam chayat. Truthful, agreeable, and inspiring. Swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva. All these are called also the practice of self-study and introspection. Vanmayam tapa uchyate. These are called tapas or austerity of the speech. The essence of this theme conduct is Lord Krishna explains how we have to behave in various situations. Thank you.
Ramchandra has taken us all into a different mood now. Thank you so much. Let us now invite Vishal, who will share his favorite shloka with us.
Hi. Namaste everyone. My name is Vishal. I'm studying year 3 in Australia. Today, I will recite a sloka From chapter 4, Sloka 19, Teammate Joyful Actions. Yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpa varjitaha gnanagnidagdha karmanam tamahu panditam buddhaha. The meaning of this sloka is, even the wise calls him a sage, whose actions are burnt up by the fire of inner wisdom, and who is free from desires and motives. To relate this in real life, I'll give you a small example. A soldier never expects anything in return, even though he has to go out there, risk his life, and may even sacrifice it to save all the people. In conclusion, I would like to do my duties, not expect any rewards in return, do my best, and be happy with the results I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal, for that wonderful recitation. Let us now invite Karthik for our last shloka of the day.
Take a deep breath. Namaste, everyone. Hope you are doing well. I'm Karthik from Johannesburg, South Africa, and I'm studying in the 9th grade. Today, I'm going to recite Shloka 6 from the theme, the seed of all life force. Yachapi sarva bhutanam bijan tadaham arjuna natadasti vinayasyan maya bhutan characharam. The meaning is, I am that which is the seed of all living beings, O Arjuna. There is nothing that may exist without me, whether it is moving or inert. In this shloka, Lord Krishna is answering Arjuna's question of where everything originated. Lord Krishna tells us that everything originates from the ultimate seed, also known as God. So I started to think, all my friends, my family, and any person that walks by me, all the animals and small creatures, even stones or mountains have God existing in them. Everything from a grain of sand all the way to the entire universe and beyond originated from God. This led me to another thought. When you cut open a fruit, you find a seed. And if you cut open the seed, you won't see anything. Yet, if you plant the seed, an entire tree full of fruits grows from it. This helped me to understand the seed of all life force. Thank you and namaste.
Would like to appreciate all the children for putting on such a beautiful, beautiful performance. And thank you, Karthik, for finishing it with a bang. So that brings us almost to the end of our small little journey. I would like to invite the main lead teacher and one of the main persons behind the inception of Gitopadesh, Miss Priyadarshini, to talk to us, share her thoughts about Gita and how children can imbibe the values. Welcome, sister.
Is my voice clear and audible?
Yes, sister, please go ahead.
Actually, Rikita, I'm not able to speak. I'm overflowing with joy by seeing all these wonderful children. And I'm feeling that as if I am transported to a different plane. All these children are looking like Bala Rishis who are contained with immense wisdom. And I'm sure that all our hearts must be melting away in the nectar of the Gita through them. So, dear ones, happy Janmashtami to all of you. We all know and heard that Bhagavad Gita is a heart-to-heart conversation between two personalities, Krishna and his disciple friend Arjuna. Here, the one who is striving for perfection and the other who is finding the ways and means to offer his guidance to the one who is striving for perfection. Are we all not like this Arjuna, who are so curious and striving towards perfection? Now, coming to Gitopadesh, it is a unique course combining with ancient principles of learning through context via storytelling, weaved with wonderful pedagogical structure, along with subtle tools of heartfulness. It is offered at engaging the Manomaya Kosha of the children and enable the natural evolution of their heart, mind consciousness. When the consciousness starts expanding with nourishment of inner values, refinement happens in their external behaviors that you have seen just now, you have witnessed just now. Taking into account of expansion of consciousness, extensive research has been done to aim at the holistic development of children. When they recite the Sanskrit shlokas, they produce subtle vibrations. The science of Sanskrit language helps in shaping the communication, expression, and develop cognitive skills of the children. There will also be a greater impact on the emotional intelligence of the children through practical morality and spiritual values. Because Gita is largely dealt with fundamental principles of life. Almost every idea and every thought necessary for the blossoming of life can be found in the Gita. If well grasped with a careful inquiry of heart, Gita reveals the primary aim and purpose of life. With prayers to my beloved master, revered Daji, and Lord Krishna, the Gita Acharya, I would like to quote one or two shlokas to give you the context of aim, purpose, attitude, and goal of life. There is one shloka in second chapter, Sankhya Yoga, where Arjuna asks 4 specific questions. The first question he asks, it aims at the nature of a balanced person. And the second question talks about how does the balanced person express and how does he conduct himself through all his activities. And third question he asks is the inner attitude of a balanced person. And a fourth question refers to the external behavior of a balanced person. Lord Krishna puts the essence of his teachings in a very simple and subtle way by answering all the questions of Arjuna. One such shloka I would like to quote here. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogataan atmanyevatmana tushtaha sthita prajnastadochyate. Lord Krishna replies, O Partha, one who, having renounced all desires born of the mind, is content in the self, and by the self is said to be one whose insight is steady. Here, renunciation means we do not give up anything, but instead we take up the higher values, and the lower tendencies will automatically wither away from us. It is like how a flower shedding its petals when it grows into a fruit. I would like to end this session with a beautiful shloka from chapter 18, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. It's the 66th shloka. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyah mokshayishyami ma shujaha. Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, O Arjuna, renounce all dharmas and take refuge in me alone. I will liberate you from all sins. Grieve not. This shloka is considered as the most important one, and it is a kind of concluding shloka. Here, Lord Krishna appeals Arjuna to renounce his individual nature and focus his entire attention upon the Supreme Self. So to say, to attain such state, one should create vacuum in the heart by removing the impressions as samskaras and direct the mind towards the divinity in the heart. Heartfulness, simple meditation tools and techniques are aimed towards exactly that. And these techniques are offered globally for free of any charge. Now, I would like to thank, on behalf of the entire team of Gitopadesh, I express my heartfelt gratitude to the global guide of heartfulness, Shri Kamlesh Patel. We dearly call him Daji. And I would also like to express my gratitude to Shri Dinesh Patnaik I.F.S, Director General of ICCR. I also thank ICCR for coming together with Heartfulness Education Trust for this event. And I would like to thank Shri Susuhil Dutt Salwan, Chairman of Salwan, for gracing this event. And I thank all who have supported this event, the facilitators, the proctors, the parents, the children, and last but not the least, thank you all the audiences who are attending this program. Without all of you, this is not possible. Thank you all for being with us. Thank you, Rikita.
Pleasure is all mine to be part of this team. Thank you so much. So with that, we would end the morning session. Thank you all for joining and being with us for almost 3 hours. Thank you.